Hey, welcome to the weekly takeaway. Today we're chatting about cold audiences versus warm audiences and what that means when it comes to branding. So a cold audience is somebody or a group of people who have never come into contact with your brand or your product or your service or your offer ever. So they're coming up against it for the very first time. So it's all about first impressions. A warm audience are those that have either been in your following for a while, they might be email list subscribers, they've come into contact with your brand, they understand a little bit about it, they're either close to purchase or they have purchased from you before. So they are further along in their branding journey with you and in regards to loyalty. So how does this work for branding? So a cold audience, your goal with your branding should be to attract them initially. So always remember that first impressions count. You never know when somebody is going to come into contact with your brand who has never seen it before or doesn't understand what you're about. So this means that your branding needs to be aesthetically pleasing to them. It needs to send the correct subliminal messaging, and it needs to be really clear about how you can potentially help them. For a warm audience, your branding should be nurturing. It should make them feel included. It should make them feel comfortable and predictable. So, all of the messaging that you are sending to your warm audience should be consistent and clear, and just make sure that they're feeling like they are part of your brand. So speak to them in a way that makes them, feel familiar. So there you have it, cold audience versus warm audience, and what that means when it comes to your branding.